Oh, hello. My name is Joe. No. It'd be funny though, wouldn't it be? What's up, everybody? Let's talk about some shit. We got Kill Cliff here. Look at that. I came today. What's up, Carlos? What's up, everybody? What's up to everybody around the world? Australia, the UK, United States, Canada, Mexico. Buenos tardes. What's up, the Irish gamer? Speaking of Ireland, what's up, Ireland? What's up, Scotland? Even though you put people in prison for free speech. What's up, Venice Beach, California? Yeah, the Kill Cliff was actually invented by, or was put out by I believe a Navy SEAL or somebody who was in the Army. So I believe like there's a small, tiny percentage that gets donated to vets, I believe. So that's actually probably why Kill Cliff is on your military base. What's up, PM? What's up, Haiti? Sorry, Davidson, we left out Haiti. I feel bad. Yeah, I always leave out a lot of countries. Listen, India, um, everybody in Asia, Middle East. What's up, D Moon? Yeah, I'm in a basement too. This is kind of goes along with the credo of you're in your mother's basement, right? I think that's kind of funny. It's pretty funny actually when you think about it. I would actually expect, just like we expected Reigns to win the title this year, I would expect Roman Reigns to win the title at WrestleMania next year. I can't imagine after all this push they wouldn't put him through, give him a belt, I think he probably should win. I just wish he was heel. If he was heel, it would be different. And I never agree with the whole, oh, you flip him, then everybody just flips, then everyone cheers. Like, no, I don't agree with that. I've already explained it a million times in all my other videos about it. That I don't think so. But yeah, I'm in the boiler room right now. It's the boiler room brawl going on over here. What's up, Sleepy Never? I always wear a hat, yeah, because my hair is always messed up. I just woke up or it's all messy, and I just went for a walk. I was gonna come down here about an hour ago, and I went to go for a walk, and Finn picked up his old baby carriage, and he was like picking it up and dropping it down. See, like I got no hair right now, and yeah, I feel naked without a hat now. I've definitely got that movie store worker and flip flops, uh, scumbaggy look going on. I don't know if you can make any sense. Um, yeah, poor Tommy getting owned by cringe there. Yeah, maybe we can make something for Tommy to do. I was actually just going over his fight with Bailey from episode shit, I don't remember now, but like 122 or 125. And his fight with Tommy was hilarious. We're just looking for people to get in here. You guys feel free to tweet it out everywhere and all that stuff. Yeah, I guess it's the Fred Durst. I always thought people like Fred Durst were douchey looking, you know what I mean? Now I look like a douchebag, so it doesn't it's kind of funny. I look like I realize that I have a look that's like screams like California douchebag or something. I don't know. Even though I'm from Boston, I feel like I've got this like with this stupid necklace on still and my unable to grow facial hair and everything else. I have a full on like white douche look going on. You know what I mean? But it's what's in on the inside that counts. It's what's on the inside. This phone does some weird thing where it like zooms in, kind of like curls, so it sucks out. Feel like my face is sucking out at you guys instead of being flat like it is. It looks like my nose and everything. The closer I get, the more fish-eyed it goes, and it like sucks me out. I think the Bruins can come back. Yeah, I think that sometimes you look like 1998. That's what everybody always says. That's wicked funny. That's legitimately my favorite year ever. So, like, there you go. That explains it. That was the year Corn um, Got the Life came out or whatever it was. That was Follow the Leader. That was Stabbing Westward, Darkest Days. I'm gonna have some Kill Cliff now, guys. Look at this. I got the Kill Cliff, baby. I got the Kill Cliff. By the way, if you guys want Kill Cliff, I don't know if it's in the description of this video, but it's in the description of my video saying that Out of Nowhere is gonna be live soon. I also pinned it to my Twitter. It's towards the top of my Twitter. The links for Kill Cliff. If you want to try Kill Cliff, I'll get credit for every sale. So here we go. But I just love it, man. This shit's the best. I just walked around the block, and now this is freezing cold, and I want to drink it. It's so, like, dude, there's nothing in it. You can see the back of it. There's just nothing in it. Like, other than some B12 and stuff. I just like the taste, man. This is the best soda I've come across. Donnie M. What's up, Donnie M? Joe, are you getting ready for a boiler room match? Yeah. Believe it or not, back in 7th or 8th grade, my friend came over next door. We were big into wrestling. And we had a boiler room brawl in this very basement. And we beat the shit out of each other all over the basement. And there's wood on the floor, so look at this. When you stomp on the wood, actually, it doesn't sound very good right now, but because all this shit's on top of it. But when back then there was nothing down here in the basement, it was just hollow. And you'd stomp on the wood, and it would like boom, 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 boom. It sounded like a ring. So you'd just be pile driving each other on the hard floor and everything, and it was a pretty good time. Yeah, we're in Studio B right now. This is Studio B. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I've enjoyed doing these chats with you guys, Q&As. You guys have been the shit. I think we've gotten some pretty interesting questions. I've had fun. All the haters, yeah. But you know what? The haters have always made Mom's Basement jokes. Just like I told you the other day, you know, when I was working 70 hours a week at my job and then coming home and doing the YouTube videos last year and 5 years before that, people were like, get a job, loser. Get a job, loser. And it was like, well, dude, I just worked 12 hours earlier today, came home, watched Raw, tucked my kids in, jumped on here and did a 3-hour review or 2-hour review. So, you know, you're kind of fucking stupid. So, like, at that point, it was like, well, you know, the people were just saying I needed to get a job, and it was like, I have literally work way more probably than that guy would ever work in his life. So it didn't even bother me. It was just kind of funny. Like, okay. Like, if you only knew how much I worked, that comment just is stupid. Like, it'd be, if I didn't work, then maybe it would bother me then. Maybe I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm a loser, you know. But that's not what it was. So I knew when I tried to do this full time last year that I was like, oh, now it's really gonna fucking come in, because I could have not told anybody. I could have just said, oh, I didn't lose a job. You know, and I do a little bit of sales stuff on the side here or there still now, so I still work, you know, and then with the kids, that's pretty full time. So it's a fucking lot of work, you know, but I mean, it's the luxury though of making time. I can block off an hour and say I'm going to work on YouTube now, and I'll be back to do this, and now I can take my kid outside. Like, it's definitely awesome, but you work up to it. You work up to these moments. I worked up to these. I earned this moment, you know what I mean? In a way, you know, and with you guys' help too. But I did work my way to this moment. I worked 6 years of that, and I failed on YouTube for 6 years before that. So, you know, I really worked hard to get here. You know, it's irritating to me when I see somebody who just overnight becomes 100,000 subs on YouTube. It's like, oh my God, they just get 100,000 subs. I worked and grinded for years at this shit. But hey, you know, I'm not going to be a hater on that. That's pretty cool that you did that. Always Nerdy. What's up, Always Nerdy? Glad Super Chat is up again. Thanks for all the content. Your efforts are not in vain. Always keep me watching. Thank you, Always Nerdy. And I have to do a podcast for the patrons. I didn't do a Morning Madness this morning, so I do have to get that up for you guys. And Always Nerdy, thank you, dude, for the $5. Yeah, you guys have made me... There's no brainer that I want to do these Q&As almost every day. I get to answer all kinds of bizarre questions, from entertainment stuff to wrestling stuff to personal stuff to your stuff. Are you guys having problems? What's going on in your lives? This is just really fun to do. This is like more me than you normally get. It's more like real Dan. It's the Dan Cronin instead of Joe. Dude, somebody was in my house earlier. Always Nerdy. Thank you for the donation, man, for the super chat. This guy was here to fix the fucking shower. Something was wrong with the internal mechanics or whatever. So he came here and fixed it. And he came here, he's like, hey, and I'm very friendly. Like, I'm very friendly. So I'm like, I don't think he really wanted to shake my hand, but he was like, all right, where is it and everything? And I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's back here. I'm Joe. And I reached out my hand and he shook my hand, and I go, or Dan. I'm sorry, I'm Dan. I don't know who the fuck I am. And then he's like, he like laughed or whatever. And then it was just like, I do that all the time, and people must just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you Joe and you don't know who you are? And I'm like, because like when I'm meeting somebody like informally or somebody I don't really know, I sometimes accidentally say Joe because I'm used to sort of more informally saying I'm Joe. And when it's formal, very formal, saying Dan, but for some reason he slipped into the informal category or something. And so then I did it the other day too, and the lady was like, Why do you think? Why are you Joe?" And I was like, "Oh, well, it's my middle name." You know what I mean? And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "You go by your middle name a lot, or you want me to call you Dan?" I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, I got this podcast I do with, and I'm kind of a little bit of a character, so my name's a little different, you know." And she's like, "Oh, what's the podcast?" And then I'm like, "Oh, fuck," like because you know what I mean. They're gonna find it, and then she's gonna be like, "What a psycho! I'm not gonna help you anymore, or I'm gonna." Or give me $2,000 or I'll leak all your information to everybody. You know, I'm always worried about that shit. So like, never bring up podcast ever. It's always a good idea. Thank you, always nerdy. And then holy shit, Kalel Bama, number 22, batting number 22, Kalel Bama with a strike down the middle. Sorry, I'm gonna drink my Kill Cliff now. You guys can support me if you don't like super chatting. You guys want to try Kill Cliff? The link is in the description box down below. And the link is on Twitter as well. It may not be in the description box down below, but on most of my channels now, the recent videos, you should see it in the description. Buy Killcliff, whatever. It's the Amazon link. So, I get about 30 cents a purchase. So if you buy 4, I get about 90 cents. So, yeah. Here's Killcliff for you. Shout out to Killcliff who sent me a case of Killcliff. It's been a while. Kalel Bama, what's up, Joe? Bonuses at work are awesome. Here you go. Wow, man. Thank you. And you're giving me a bonus now. You're passing on the love. I love you, Kalel Bama. I'm a big proponent of that, by the way. I kind of want to tell you guys about something I'm going to do for Tommy. This is like, I don't know if this is cheesy or a tearjerker, but we're going to do it this Friday. It's not a big deal. It's only a little thing, but I thought it was something kind of nice. Like, and he gets beat up a lot. And I thought we'd do something kind of nice for him. And it's not that crazy nice, so don't freak out. But it's like just a little something to give him, and we do stuff behind the scenes for him all the time. And, sometimes it's things that are work you don't know that are work, and sometimes they are. Thank you for everything you do for the audience. And I hope you're around many more years. God, I hope so. I just want to make it so my kids are like 25 by the time. If I can make it to my kids being at least 25, all of them, I'll be pretty happy with that. But thank you, Kalel Bama Dude, for the massive $10 super chat. Shit. Kalel fucking Bama. Look at this. I broke this. This was one of those, like, selfie sticks, but now it's just like a police baton. You can just fucking crack someone in the fucking head with it. Sorry. Sometimes I get violent. Kalel Bama, thank you, man. $17 in super chats. That's badass. That is, we're working our way up. If you add $17 in super chats and maybe the $8 or $5 in YouTube money that I'll make today, you're getting up to 30 something and you're starting to build something. I'll be live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time US for Thursday Night Throwdown right here on this channel too as well. Yo, what's up, Jake DeMarco? Jake is in the house. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Oh, you're driving, Jake? Have a good drive, man. I hope you're all right, man. Jake, you do too much for everybody, man. Between your family and your kids and yourself and your operations and my show and everything else you do, I don't know how you're fucking alive, dude. If I was Jake, I would be dead. And I'm not saying that like I'm trying to say his life is like terrible. I'd be killed myself. I'm just saying I'm much a weaker person than Jake is. How do I deal with assholes who run down my name? I don't know. I just don't care, Robert. I just don't care. It's the same, I don't care that much, I just don't care. Have your parents made you cut the grass where you were a teen? My parents make me do it. Yes, Beely. I always had to cut the grass. And Beely, I will tell you something even more horrific than that. First of all, I hated cutting the grass. Second of all, and the reason, all right, this is a two-parter. Beely, good question. The first reason why I didn't like cutting the grass was because my mother bought, by the time I was 11 years old, or 10 years old, my mother bought an electric mower. And the thing's a piece of shit, and the cord was always getting in the way, and it irritated the shit out of me. If it was a gas mower, I probably wouldn't have minded that much to cut the grass. But what I really hated was I was forced to cut my grandparents, not my grandparents, but my mother's boyfriend's parents' grass, which I liked them. They're old and stuff, but they were kind of annoying with sometimes. So it was fucked up. So that was I hated cutting their grass. I hated cutting my mother's boyfriend's parents' grass. I hated that. That's what I hated. Even up until about 3 or 4 years ago, I still used to go over there and cut the grass for her. But it was different because unfortunately her husband passed away, and I still to this day have his voicemail. He sent me a voicemail to congratulate me on my job that I got 5 years ago in window sales before I started working at Clark's, and I still have the voice message of him congratulating me, and that meant a lot. Even though like I was grumpy to go over there to cut things, I couldn't believe that he took his time out to call me to congratulate me on this sales job and how I'd made some really good sales and made some money that we really needed badly. Like we really badly needed money at the time. And even then I was in major debt, but it was amazing that I was able to make some of the sales I made. No doubt sales is one of my best things that I do. But yeah, so I hated cutting the grass because of that. And you always, when you get your own house as a guy, I think you really enjoy cutting the grass. And I think it's different. You're like proud. You're like, I'm going to cut my grass now. Like, it's great. Because I can tell you when we had our own apartment, I wanted to cut the grass even because I felt like it was mine and I owned it. But when you're living with somebody else, even if you're paying rent sometimes, if it's not really yours, you're kind of, you can't really get into it. I don't know. That's how I am. I'm at the point where I'm just done. Like, I don't clean up that much. This whole place is a mess. There's shit everywhere. All the stuff in this house that's split up all the stuff came from our old house when we had a giant mansion when I was a kid, and then obviously we lost after my dad died. We moved here, and so my mother packed this whole place with shit we don't need. Then our shit on top of it. The kids are everywhere. It's a split area, but it's like there's stuff everywhere. It's a goddamn mess. I spoke to the finance people today, and they think that I will qualify for around $300,000 in a house, so that's really good news, So hopefully we'll get out of here soon, and I'll be like Onision, man. I'll have my own room. I'll have the fucking green screen, the studio, the podcast environment. And I tell you what, if we get in there, dude, I will be doing so many podcasts you won't be able to keep up. People already say they can't keep up now, but I'm going to be creating other channels with other people, letting their channels run in a way, and we're really going to be doing the mini Philip DeFranco, the very mini on a small scale Philip DeFranco. Except we won't just take everybody's money. By the way, I have to make a apology to Phil DeFranco. I was really going in on him taking everyone's money and not using it. I didn't realize he does have a separate channel where he does all that work. I had no fucking idea. Nobody corrected me. Nobody told me. Nothing. I never figured it out. So he is using the money. He's got a whole office. I didn't know that. I thought he still hadn't made that yet. I was completely wrong. I really owe him an apology. Nobody gives a fuck, and nobody really saw that video anyway, but I mean, just to put it out there for anybody that remembers, I fucked up. I was really wrong about him and what he did. So he's still making $3 or $4 million a year or something or more, but I was wrong about what he did. Nito Exodust, what's up, Nito Exodust, dude? Cobra Kai is great. Dude, I loved the Cobra Kai shit. If you guys remember, we called it too on Corrupted. Me and Filthy fucking drew it out for you, like, in a more comedic way, I think. But in a way, we were like, there's a lot of shit that we hit on. He was right about some shit. I was right about some shit. It was crazy. Like that, I don't know. I think it's hilarious what they're doing. I think that's really funny. I think it's making fun of it a little bit. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's kind of like, I think we said, like, it would be funny if they opened up the Cobra Kai again. And then Daniel, like, was like I think we even said either a car salesman or, like, he worked next door. And then he, like, was no good and he went out of business. So then he opened up a candy shop or something. So then the both of them opened up candy shops and competed. Like, I don't know. It was all these weird things that we came up with. And it's kind of around the idea of what happened. Nito, thank you for the $10. My favorite fast food place has to be, I don't know, it's all bad, but I don't know. Like, it's weird. I like them all. Like, I go to McDonald's the most because the kids and everybody here like that the most. But I really like going to Wendy's once in a while, like, one every 4 times go to Wendy's. And I probably go to Burger King the least amount. But I would say I probably go to Burger King the least amount because it's the furthest away. So Wendy's and McDonald's are literally across from each other. I try not to go there that much though. I would say once or twice a month is fast food, which is too much according to the doctors. But whatever. Alabama says I cut grass every day in my pipe. That's fucking awesome. I wish I had some. I need some of that. Wow, Ryan, that's crazy. Property is going up like crazy. Yeah, I could probably, I don't know. But yeah, get yourself some Kill Cliff, guys. I got it right here. I just spilled it all in my face. I don't care. Broken Matthew, my favorite food at Wendy's is spicy chicken sandwich meal. Love it. My nose is itchy. Probably because I'm down here and all this shit. Probably getting cancer right now. What the fuck is my nose? I went to get Allegra today for Leah, and they keep it behind the fucking counter now. It used to be out. Now they keep it behind the counter because all the dumb kids over here doing drugs. It's like they keep the baby formula behind the counter too. So what the fuck is wrong with people? Let the kids fucking die. Who cares? Fucking now you're dead. Why the fuck's my nose so itchy? God damn it. And okay, so one of the reasons why I get spicy chicken sandwich, chicken's always going to be probably the better choice, I think, of hamburger and cheese and all that shit. Probably better to get spicy chicken sandwich. Chicken's probably better. And then I only eat some of the fries, so I only eat a little bit of the fries, like just to get almost like the routine of eating fries. Like I eat a couple fries, then I give the rest to the kids. Then I eat the sandwich, and then I drink about a quarter of the soda. And then I just throw everything out. That's been my new thing. So that ends up being like 400 to 500 calories, and it's better than dropping 700 to 800. Yeah, Claritin doesn't work for me at all. I take Claritin, nothing works. The only thing that works for me is if I eat maple syrup that's like fresh maple syrup for about 3 weeks before allergy season hits, and I start getting my body accustomed to it. That works. There's some good stuff from Vermont you can order. I believe ordered online. And like they make it, it's like fresh or whatever. And if you have an allergy, if you have a severe allergy, I wouldn't take it because it will actually make you fucking freak out probably. But if you got a little bit of an allergy and you don't need like EpiPen shit, you could probably, I don't know, consult your doctor, I suppose. But for me it works because I just have minor issue every year for 2 or 3 days. I have a meltdown. Monica, holy shit, what's up, Monica? How are you? Who's your favorite Harry Potter character? Hogwarts for life. So, I've said this before, but Harry Potter, I watched the first movie with my mother back in the day. She really wanted to see it, and I said I'd go with her. And it was, what was it? When did that come out? 99 or 2000 or something? I don't remember when the first Harry Potter came out. But I hated it. I didn't enjoy it at all. I thought it was stupid. So then I never went back. And then, when I met Leah, she's really dorky into Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and I was more into Star Trek, and Leah loves Star Trek too, though. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to watch Harry Potter. No, I'm not watching it. Finally, I bought her for Christmas the Blu-ray collection of Harry Potter, which up until then was every movie except for the last one. Well, the last one's two-parter, so everything but the last 2 movies. And the last 2 hadn't come out yet. Right? Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, they hadn't come out yet. So I bought her the, every other movie, the other 6 or so. I don't remember how many there were. So, I think she really wanted to watch it. And so I was like, all right, I'll watch them. I'll watch the stupid Harry Potter movies as much as I can take. So we watched the first one, and I was like, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I remember it. I still think it's a bit cheesy, but I kind of, all right, I'll watch the next one. Then we watched the next one, and then I started to kind of get into it a little bit. And then we didn't watch anymore, whatever. Like, we stopped. But then the Deathly Hallows came out, Part 1, and I said, all right, I'll take you to the movies. She was like, I'm going to go with my friends if you're not going to go. And I'm like, no, I want to go. So, all right, I went with her. And we saw it, and I actually really liked it. I was like, damn, I loved this. This was way darker, way more serious. Like, to me, like, this was way better. I mean, I kind of like the other ones now, but I really like this one. And then that made me want to go watch all of them. And I was like, let's go home and watch all of them now. So we watched all the Harry Potters, and I was like into it. I was like getting so into it because when you get past the first three movies, you know, that builds up stuff for you, then it starts getting really interesting with where they're going. And then by the end, I mean, that's got to be one of the best series payoffs I've ever seen. It was a pretty good payoff, and even Star Wars, as bad as the prequels were for Star Wars, Episode 3 was kind of satisfying in a way. I mean, it was fucked up, obviously. I know it wasn't the greatest thing ever. They really could have done other stuff a lot better, but it still was fun to watch that build up, even though it was, you know, it wasn't done the best, but... I just heard a kid scream upstairs. It was like, "Air!" It sounded like a bird taking off. Um, I didn't miss any super chats, did I? Nope, there's Monica's Harry Potter question. Okay, cool. So anyway, you said who is my favorite? So yeah, anyway, I actually really like Harry Potter now, and every year, I throw in all the Blu-rays and watch them all. Um, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't remember what song it was, but I'm sure it was pretty good. Dank me map. What's up? I don't read books, Danny. No, I suck at books. I can't read books. I'm an idiot. Anyway, Monica asked who my favorite character was. So I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I think I like Snape the best. I think he was the most interesting. By the end of it, I really enjoyed his whole story of like what he did and the payoff with him and everything. I think that everybody that was I'm trying to think, but yeah, he was that was really well done, man. I thought that was really well done. I love oh god, I can't even remember the actor's name now. He died a couple years ago. But I really enjoyed him as an actor. He was fucking hilarious in Galaxy Quest. I mean, the guy was in Die Hard, like Harry Potter. He's one of those guys like Gary Oldman too. Gary Oldman's another actor. If you're out there and you're like a weird dorko and you really want to, Alan Rickman, yeah, Alan Rickman is who it was. I love Alan Rickman. Just everything he's in. Gary Oldman too. It's Gary Oldman is fucking crazy, and he's in Harry Potter as well. But Gary Oldman just he plays a different character every time. You're like that's Gary Oldman, but you're like I can't believe this guy has like like an amazing range. He has the ability to look like Gordon from Batman, and then all of a sudden he's, you know, the guy from Fifth Element, and then just some of the other characters he's played over the years. What was the one he played with? He's in The Professional. He's the bad guy in The Professional. He's like on fucking drugs. Dude is just, it's amazing how he can play a really mean villain in a movie like The Professional, and just you hate him in that movie. You like really hate him in that movie. To playing a funny sort of goofy bad guy in The Fifth Element. Like it's completely different. Same, he's playing a bad guy, but it's wow, is it worlds different. Most people have one range or the other, and it's like weird that the guy is just you know, can go that far. Is fucking Gary Oldman is like one of the best actors. I love Gary Oldman. I really like Bruce Willis too, but like Bruce Willis again, it's like Bruce Willis is like Bruce Willis and everything. You know what I mean? It's like I like Bruce Willis, but why do I like him? Because I mean he's like the same guy and everything. But I guess that's what I like. So there you go. But Gary Oldman has much better range and is the better actor when you come down to it than you know Bruce Willis. Who would win in their prime, Brock Lesnar or Vader? I would have to say Brock Lesnar. Beely, I don't know why. We can have freedom of speech. It's just up to all of us to protect each other. Beely, it's up to all of us to protect each other, to be louder than the people that are trying to stop your free speech. If you're a liberal and you want to have free speech, I want you to have free speech. If you're a Republican, I want you to have free speech. If you're white, I want you to have free speech. If you're black, I want you to have free speech. If you're Asian or you know, whatever you are, you should have free speech no matter what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, certainly if you're screaming into a megaphone like we need to murder this group of people, you know, maybe that's a little different. You know, that's like, people throw hate speech around now all the time, like everything's hate speech. It's not. Like, people tell me I have hate speech, and I'm like, I don't have hate speech. What the fuck are you talking about? Hate speech is like if you're telling everybody that we need to kill these people or kill this certain thing or whatever, like, and you're like dead serious. Like, that's kind of hate speech. Like, you're hating on somebody. It's kind of hate speech. I mean, but people throw it around too loosely and numb the whole thing down. It's stupid. I really like Kanye West because he's free with his speech, but I think that, one of his friends who's a rapper, and I don't know who the guy was. I can't remember his name. He was just interviewed by TMZ. He even said, I understood what Kanye was trying to say, but the way Kanye said it was wrong. See, I don't think Kanye was trying to say that those people could have, or those people weren't slaves and they should have gotten away and all these things. I think what he was sort of trying to say was, if all those slaves really, really, really worked together and like wanted to get out of there, they could have. I think that's kind of what he was trying to say. I don't know. It was fucked up. I don't know what he was going. But even his friends say they understood what he was trying to say. But he says things that are just wrong sometimes, kind of ignorantly, almost like anybody else would. But the second part of what Kanye said was absolutely true. He said, "Now we're mentally enslaved." And I think he was specifically speaking about the idea that many people, even especially like the white, the rich people, white or black rich people, whatever, they use black people for their own agenda and create this victim mentality that you can't do things and you can't succeed. And that's how they keep you poor and keep you fighting with people and keep you scaring the middle class and the lower middle class and the poor and keep everybody fighting and stuff. That's their whole agenda. And I think he was right about that. The first part he was wrong because it didn't come out the way I think he meant to say it. I don't really think he believes that, especially based on his tweets afterwards. What he tweeted afterwards was kind of like a contradiction. So even when he said it, I think he was kind of like, what did I just say? Oh, fuck. Anyway, on to my point. And everybody grabbed that headline of what he said. God damn, if a white guy said that, you'd be really fucked. Although there probably are people that do say that. But I liked his friend's reaction. He was very calm about it, and he was like, he says things sometimes that are fucking whatever. But you got all these other guys, all these other rappers reacting like, we need to kill him, and I'm gonna kick his ass and stuff. And it's like, dude, he's just thinking outside of the box. He's saying whacked out shit. Obviously, people were slaves, and they were fucking held against their will, and, I don't know what Kanye was saying there, but the first part of what he said made no goddamn sense, really. But the second part made perfect sense. Yeah, rappers call for the Crip to kill him. See, that's fucked up. And I'm not saying that because he's like with Trump or something, because I'm not really a Trump guy. But what I am a guy of, I love controversy. I love when people try to hold somebody down because, like, oh, Trump will never become president because, and blah blah blah. I think it's I like to see stuff go against the grain. I like to see people get pissed off. When you try to rig an election like Hillary did and you lose, I find that hilarious. Problem is, look at who won. Anyway, what's up, guys? Yeah, thank you for the 100 episodes of Out of Nowhere. Thank you guys for the super chats tonight too, or today. I think we'll hang out for a few more minutes, perhaps. What's up, Agent? No, the entire Q&A is not about Trump because I've already talked about 9 other things, you dumb fucking douchebag. I've literally talked about 6 other subjects before Trump, so the entire Q&A is not about Trump. But if you want, you can go into a bathroom and stuff a fucking spear up your ass and then exhume your own body. But you guys are driving the conversation, not me. Thursday night throwdown will be tonight at 10 p.m. Yeah, I would like to see Boston versus Pittsburgh for the rights to the black and yellow. Black and gold. I like Bud Ice, I guess so. What's up, Blake? Yeah, this is a really good. Killcliff is the shit. I enjoy Killcliff. And if you buy it, I get 30 cents, so yeah. But if 200 of you buy it, then we're good. Does Gavin have any ideas yet on what kind of job he wants? Not really. It's something he would say video games probably right now. To Matt. Yeah, I think I've heard of Volt. But I reached out to a bunch of energy drinks at one point to sponsor the shows, but you know, they never get back to you. Man, I don't know. Houston, I would think Golden State would have won, but now maybe Houston will win. D-Moon. I would have definitely said Golden State, but maybe, fuck, maybe Houston will win. But I'm going to go with Golden State. Screw it. I'm still going to go with Golden State. Yeah, I know. I'm in a boiler room. G Fuel? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think they're already, I mean, I'm on a, what I got I don't know. I get about, we used to get about 1 million views a month. Now I get about 600,000 views a month. And I think they've already got bigger fish with Keemstar and people like that. I'm looking for a small drink that nobody really knows about that doesn't have any advertising, you know what I mean? To be like, hey, you want to be affiliated with a show that's fucking retarded? And then get emails from a guy named Adam Bazzini who tells you to let me go because I made fun of handicapped children, even though I didn't do that. Where did I get my ironic necklace? I think I got this. Iconic. You say iconic, and I said ironic, didn't I? I think I got this at. Oh my god, I can't remember because one time I got one just like this in Bermuda. Another time I got one. I used to wear a silver one. It was always silver. I never liked the brown. I never liked the douchey, like, oh, yeah, check out my necklace. I'm like, with my shell toes. But I got one in Bermuda, and then I think it broke. And then I think I got this maybe at Hot Topic or at the Animal Zoo or something like that at the zoo. I saw it and I grabbed it, and if I did, it was 10 years ago. This thing has fucking been on. I haven't taken this off my neck. When when did we see this? You know? When did we get this? Like I've had this since what? I started my channel, my old channel even like 8 years ago. So I've had this. I haven't taken this goddamn thing off. I shower with it every day. It just sits there. The one time I did have an energy drink years ago. Yeah, I did. It was Kill Cliff right here. I sold it. And I sold Kill Cliff. Yeah, people bought it from me and I shipped it to them. Yeah. Anybody remember that? Where's the guy that used to buy it? It was somebody who used to watch the show. He bought it from me on my website all the time. Every time I sold it, I made $6 or something. Pretty good. Tommy NC gave him that necklace, a promise necklace. What's up, Mike? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's a promise necklace with me and Tommy NC. Yeah, I got full on dad shirt going on right now. Dude, I killed 4 people in Fortnite earlier, and then I died, and then I got mad. I played PUBG, and then I got a chicken dinner right away. It was like, yep, that's telling me play PUBG. Yeah, there you go, D-Moon. That's where the necklace came from. I think it came from the animal zoo or whatever. Whatever zoo it was, I don't remember. The one here in Massachusetts. Many of you guys probably would know it if you're from Massachusetts. I don't remember though. Yeah, if I mowed the lawn today, I'd be all messed up right now. I mean, I messed up a little bit from the pollen outside, but you know, I don't know. It could have been. I'm high as a kite. And the strike I got wasn't because of not putting review in the title. It was a different reason. It was a whole different reason, actually. Joe, what's your dream car? Probably a. You know, for a while I wanted a Corvette because my dad had a Corvette. So like I've always really liked Corvettes. And you know, my mother sold the Corvette that my dad had, so that really pissed me off. Yeah, Agent, it's a good guess though. I mean, because that can get you in trouble. Agent certainly can if you, you know, usually those ones will get reversed though. Like I've had that before, and then I've gotten it reversed really quickly by YouTube. I mean, I have some like some contacts at YouTube, but it's like sometimes when they look at something, they go, nope, this hit this marker, and But no, I would say I also I know this is weird, but I love Dodge Charger. I love the Dodge Charger or Challenger. Like Challenger or Charger. I fucking love that car. I don't know. I know that's like douchey or whatever probably, but I just love that Dodge. I love it, man. An orange one or like a lemon fucking lime color one or something. I don't know why with like silver and black spokes or something. I don't know. I want a big orange fucking General Lee. But yeah, Corvette would be in. But you know, I'll at this point I want a fucking dumpster house. I don't want a car. You should always spend your money on a house versus a car. Because if you own a house, you own a house now. You know, you don't have to worry about anything else. You can always find a piece of shit car you can buy, but you can't always finance and buy a giant house. So you know, get the property while you can. Holy shit. Always Nerdy dropping another $10. Thank you, Always Nerdy. We are kicking ass right now. Not only am I having fun talking to you guys, but you guys are tipping me, and that's all kinds of fun. Now we're Always Nerdy. Let me read this. Okay, let me see. Let me get my shit together. I'm all fucked up. I'm a bit neurotic and fucking whacked out, if you can't tell. So, I mean, you know, um, I've got major ADD and ADHD, and I don't know. I think I might be bipolar, but and depression is there, so like I get really fucking whacked out. You don't usually see it on camera, but you know you can tell when I'm not doing stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's that Moro Ronaldo thing. I'm not sort of on that level. I'm a little different version of that. And like when I watched the Moro thing, man, I was just like, wow, man, that's fucking. You're like my brother, Moro. I love Moro. But yeah, I don't think I'm that whacked out. In that way, I'm a little bit. It's a different sort of thing, but I get it. I think we all get like this. Have you read comics, Joe? Dark themes that always pay off. Old Spider-Man, his radioactive sperm, cancer accidentally while fighting, odd villains. Yeah, no, not really. You know, I read maybe a couple Spider-Mans back in the day. I really read X-Men. If you want to know what I read for comics, I read X-Men and Ninja Turtles. The original Ninja Turtle comics, I loved those, and I loved X-Men, and that's pretty much all I read. I did read some Star Trek ones too, but I'm not a very good traditional comic guy. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna pretend to be that. Some guys will just, oh, comics, yeah. Oh, fucking, I barely know. You know, I read a couple Supermans, a couple Batmans. I couldn't really get into them even that much, but I do. I love the idea of collecting comics though in a weird way. Like I would collect some comics, but I wouldn't really read too many of them. If that makes any sense, because that's just not my thing. My thing would be more to collect like a radio broadcast, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, I'll never forget Howard Stern's September 11th broadcast. I'll never forget his Sun Yi like skits that he did back in the day, or some of the other things that he did. You know, I'll never forget. Oh God, Carl Sagan used to do something that would be put on the radio back in the 80s, and they replayed it in the 90s, and I listened to that. Carl Sagan, the entire world is at our. It's like he like. I remember I watched The Matrix, and for those of you that know what I'm about to say, you know what I'm talking about. Agent Smith, and I never found a video about it, but Agent Smith, you know, the guy that played him was like British or whatever, so he was doing an American accent. But when he did the accent, Mr. Anderson, like it was like I was like, why do I know that voice? Like I know that voice so well. Where have I heard this before? But then I realized, holy shit, this guy's channeling fucking Carl Sagan. Like exactly. Carl Sagan would be like, at the end of the universe, the sun would grow to the most brightest extremes on a Wednesday morning. Like, and he would just, the way he spoke was bizarre. Like, and I would always listen to it. And then to see The Matrix, Agent Smith, and the way he talked, and I was like, this is so familiar. And then I finally one day I searched it, like back in 2007 or something. I don't know. I searched it. There's tons of videos, like tons of people talking about it. Like, it's fucking Carl Sagan. And I just thought that was so funny. And I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but he had to have because it's so goddamn down to a T. And maybe there's an interview, I don't know about it. But I love that little fucking thing that actor did to do, Agent Smith did. I forget his name too. He was in Lord of the Rings. Always nerdy. Thank you, man. But yeah, Ninja Turtles, and I don't have any of the Ninja Turtle comics anymore. I don't know where they went. They got lost. I wish I had them. I don't have them. I have a couple X-Men, but I used to have like the second series, like, and all these. I just had so many of them, and I read them all once and lost those and didn't read them again. But I do have my X-Men Flare cards from back in the day. Thank you, Always Nerdy, for the $10. Matt the Misfit is up next. Thank you, man, for the super chat, Matt. I'm so happy to see that stupid dollar button back down at the bottom. It's so stupid when it was gone. Did you hear about DC streaming service that officially announced yesterday called DC Universe? Yes. We sort of talked about it on... We talked about it on Out of Nowhere, I think, or that, or on Monetize This last Friday. I forget. That is... I just can't believe it. I mean, I guess they're really, like, sort of honing in on those fans, kind of like Star Trek. You know, CBS is using Star Trek to sell their streaming service. But it's like, dude, there's too many streaming services at this point. It's like there's like a million of them. It's like if you get rid of cable and stuff and you just keep internet, and internet eventually goes to $100 a month or $50 a month. You know, with all these streaming services, you're going to be back up to what you were at anyway. I don't know. Why did Jews remove foreskin? Bully the anti-Billy? I don't know. I removed mine. I'm not Jewish. A lot of people do it. Mostly it's health reasons, though. It gets all dirty in there. It's gross, man. It's hard to rub it up. Rub it up in there, you know? I don't know. Get that helmet. Matt, thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know with the DC streaming. I suppose hardcore fans are going to buy that. I don't know how many there are now. DC has not been doing well recently, so, I mean, I can't believe that they're doing this. I don't know. I can't believe it's going to work out for them. I mean, was 200,000 people going to buy it? I don't know. I don't know. My favorite sitcom, Chatty, what's up? Damn. My favorite sitcom, that's really tough. I haven't seen Avengers yet. I'll see Avengers Saturday night. My favorite sitcom, that's really tough to say. I don't know. I like so many things. Right off the bat, I'm thinking of like really old shows, because like I like Married with Children, and I like Married with Children. I like Three's Company. That's weird. People usually are surprised by that, but Three's Company is fucking hilarious to me. I think John Ritter's hilarious. I love his physical comedy that he did. I always grew up doing that, like throwing myself into walls around the house and shit, because I just wanted to do that. But there's a lot of different shows. I love so much stuff. I don't know. I loved that lineup back in the day when I would watch Star Trek. Star Trek: The Next Generation is my favorite TV show ever of all time. That's it. That's the best show. I watch that twice a year, or maybe once a year at least, through the whole thing. That 70s show is one. Leah's watching that right now. Actually, she's going through all the episodes of that. I like that 70s show a little bit. Jeebus the God, what's up, Jeebus? Yeah, I've kissed a guy before. It was for money. I'm cool with it. I'm not gay, so it's all good, you know. But I don't mind, you know, licking a little ass for a couple bucks, you know. I'm just kidding. How I Met Your Mother. Oh my God, we watched that every fucking episode, and then the ending of that show made me want to shoot myself in the head. Poor Leah, she was really invested. I kind of watched it, but Leah was like really invested into it. And just... Yeah, what's up? Dude, the ending of that show pissed, I think, everybody off. I don't know what they were doing. Keemstar got suspended on Twitter. Yeah, I heard that. He'll probably have it fixed within a week, though. He usually gets it figured out. He's got so many contacts, he'll figure that shit out. I think. I mean, maybe not, though. Some people get suspended on there forever and it's gone. Usually, that's it. What's up, Josh? SummerSlam predictions? Oh my god, Ponimus Prime. I can't even go there right now. I really can't. I would love to, but I can't right now. I might do something on Patreon about it. Podimus. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't think about wrestling right now. I can't do it. I'm going to be making a wrestling video in a few, though, probably. So it won't be about SummerSlam, unfortunately. But maybe if I get in the wrestling mood, I'll do it. Did I get into a fight when I was in school? I avoided several fights when I was in school. Not really several, but, a couple, Bully wanted to get my lunch money. Oh, the dogs are outside. That's why my dog's barking. Bully wanted to get my lunch money. I gave him my lunch money. He said he was gonna kill me or something. He was a big black guy, about 6'3" black guy back in 7th grade, named Jacob. Jacob Ashford, and his brother was like Dion Ashford. No, it was his brother that did it. That's what it was. And what happened was he took my lunch money one day. And then he took it a second day. He was like, "Yo, let me get that $5 or whatever." And I was like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh, nah, that's all I have. I'm gonna be getting lunch." He's like, "Nah, you're gonna be giving it to me." And I was like, "All right." So I gave him the lunch money again. So I'm trying to figure out what to do because now I know it's gonna happen again the next day and whatever the next day. So, the next time he asked me for it, I said to him, he wasn't in front of his buddies. The third time I think it was the third or fourth time he asked me, it wasn't in front of his buddies. He was all by himself. And he's like, and I told my mother about it too, by the way. I said, "Hey, this guy's taking my lunch money, but he's like huge, but I'm not telling anybody yet." And I was like, "Don't tell anybody." So I told my mother to make sure she gives me an extra $5 or whatever. So I had it. And so she did. And then I said to him, I was like, "So, why do you always take him asking for lunch money? Why are you always taking my lunch money?" I was like, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that. And he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Just give me the lunch money or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll give it to you in a second." But I was like, "I mean, are you alright? Or do you not have money to buy lunch or something?" And he's like, "Man, just give me the fucking whatever the fuck." And I'm like, "You just doing this to see if I'll just give you money every day or something? What's the deal here?" So eventually he fucking, I fucking kept harping on him. He goes, "Man, I'll fucking knock you out or something like that if you don't give me lunch money." So I gave him the lunch money. And I was like, I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna wait." And that day I saw him at lunch, getting lunch. He got lunch with it. He legitimately got lunch with it. I was like, "What the fuck?" He actually got lunch with it. And I was like, "This motherfucker don't have lunch money." And I'm like, "But why?" Cause I think you can get free lunch now in Massachusetts. And looking back, I don't know why he didn't just get free lunch or whatever if he needed money. And I was like, so I told my mother again. I was like, "I don't know what's going on." Because then he stopped asking me, right? Then he stopped asking me, but it was days later or something like that, a week later, or some shit like that. I forget what it was. It was weeks later. He came back to me again. And was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get that lunch money or whatever." And I was like, "Hey," I was like, "No," I was like, "I'm not gonna give you my lunch money anymore." I was like, "I I need my lunch money." I was like, I'm gonna eat now today." And I was starting to get pissed, and I was like, "Dude, I feel bad. If you need some money or something like that, you can let me know that you don't have any money." I was like, I'll buy you something, I'll share something with you or whatever." And he was like, fucking flipped out or whatever, and he tried to smash my head into a tree. So I punted him in the fucking stomach, and then I fucking pushed him back, and the hill kind of falls backwards. So he fell down the hill and stumbled, and I fucking bolted out of there. I ran the fuck away, dude. Um, and I found out, I guess, that their parents like weren't really there or something like that. Anyway, the school ended up setting him up with money or with something on their system or their affordable lunch program or something. I don't know, but he wasn't on it. Like he wouldn't ask for it. He didn't know about it. His parents didn't know about it. They didn't tell anybody about it. And I like went to the office and was like, I was like, this dude doesn't have fucking money because he's asking me for money, and I don't know what he's doing with his money, but figure this out. So anyway, I guess he got food. And then he got set up with that. I don't know why nobody ever set him up with that. And I thought he was gonna kill me. And he never killed me. And but he tried to kind of. He tried to kill me, and I fucking whacked him around. But anyway, the story is interesting because years later, there was another dude who was trying to fucking. There was this racist kid from where I'm from, like in this area over here. And like these two guys were like both bad dudes, right? But even though he was a bully, like the guy that was here was psychotic. Like the white kid from here, near up the road from me, this guy tried to run me over with his car and kill me one time. And this guy was a psychotic dude. I think he's in jail right now. By the way, his brother's in jail, he's in jail, and his other brother is dead. So that fucking tells you about what they were like. So as fucked up as the black guy was, he was a little bit of a bully. But he was huge and he was big, man. And I got lucky that I knocked him down because he was nuts. I've seen him beat the shit out of people, at that point. But this white kid was fucking insane, and he was like racist. He was like racist and crazy. And it was like two fucking evil people doing battle, and they hated each other. Because I used to be around circles here near me, and the guy would be like, yo, all fuck that fucking N-word and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, God damn. I was like, that guy does suck, but holy shit, this kid's psychotic. And he used to call me a fag and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, well, this guy's going to kill somebody someday. So anyway, one day this dude tried to run me over with his car. It was like years later. Tried to run me over with his car. Then I ran into the marsh area. Like it was a weird forest area, marsh area. And the dude chased me into the fucking marsh by himself. Like, but he's insane. Like this guy was like, I mean, I could probably put up a little fight, but this guy was like one of those intense dudes who would never stop and was crazy and really wanted to fuck you up. Like he was crazy. Like he was like, dude should have been a Navy SEAL or something. I don't know. And so he's running after me, and I'm running into the marsh and whatever. And I get up into the marsh area. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked now because he's starting to catch me, catch up to me because he's that intense, I'm running, but he's catching me. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this fucking guy's gonna like murder me in this, and I really believed it. I'm like, this guy is gonna murder me in this fucking like forest or whatever. If I don't fuck him up, he's gonna murder me in this forest. And all of a sudden, out popped the black kid and his two buddies, and this dude was like. He went off, dude. He was like, fuck you, N-word, and that kid, and fuck you. And this dude, he goes, it was right out of a goddamn movie, you know what I mean? Like I don't have anything to do with you, you piece of shit. Like, I'm just here to fuck this kid up or whatever. And, he was trying to swing at me, and I'm ducking and moving around and fucking squirreling all over the place. I punched him once, and he fucking had no effect on this guy, right? Like, he's just crazy. He's like 6 feet tall. He's fucking ripped. He's crazy. He's driving a fucking, like, IROC or something right out of a fucking movie. And this black dude put his arm around my shoulder and came up to me and was like, I was like, yo, if you want to fuck with, he's like, you can't fuck with my buddy. He's like, cause I'll fucking kill you or whatever. And then the kid was like, what the fuck? And then he tried to, like, he thought about it. You could almost tell he was gonna try to fight him, and it was like, dude, his two friends and him and me are gonna fuck this guy up. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna get to see this guy get his ass kicked, and then I'm gonna drive his car into a ditch, because like, there's no way he's beating up even the one black guy, or at least they're gonna have a close fight, and I'm here, and then his two friends are here. I was like, holy shit, because I didn't know what that guy was gonna do, and I remembered like, oh yeah, they don't like each other because he's always saying this shit about him. And yeah, that was crazy, man. It was right out of a movie, and this dude the dude drove away all crazy and shit like that, fucking huffing and puffing. His face was red and shit. He was mad at me because I was on the bus with him, I was on the bus with him, and I was dressed all goth-like, you know what I mean? Because I was dressed all fucked up. I was in a band, you know what I mean? I was dressed all fucking gothed up. And he said, like, he called me gay or something. He's like, what are you, a fucking fruitcake or something? And we're on the bus, and he's wearing like a fucking Abercrombie and Finch, like fucking half pink orange shirt with like those like fucking, what were they? Those plaid, not plaid, khaki shorts and everything, and sneakers or whatever. And I said to him on the bus that day, he was like, oh, you a fag or something, like, you know. And I was like, dude, you're wearing a pink shirt almost with fucking cargo shorts. I was like, if anyone's a fag, it's you fucking faggot. And he flipped the fuck out. And I got up and ran out of the bus, and he chased me through the whole neighborhood. And I got away from him. He's older, by the way. Remember, he's like 5 years older than me. Now he's in jail. But so that was the day or two after the car chase where he chased me into the marsh or whatever. But yeah, so then the black guy patted me on the back after he goes, yeah, what's up, Cronin? He's like, fuck that guy, you know what I mean? And he's like, I fucking hate that motherfucker or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I was like, this guy's fucking a psycho, you know? And then he was like, yeah. And then we smoked weed, and then I went home. It's kind of funny. But I think it was part of it was that he remembered, not necessarily that I punched him and whatever, but I did. I sort of got him lunch money. I got him a lunch every day by going to the office and telling them. And he didn't really have parents. And I don't know, he wasn't set up on lunches or something and whatever. He was legitimately taking my money and buying lunch with it. Like, it wasn't like he wasn't like saving it to buy weed or something like that. I thought that's what it was. I thought he's buying drugs with it or something. You know, but then I found out that he just took people's drugs. Like, I found out that he just goes up and goes, give me some of that weed, you know, and they would just give him weed, you know. So that's how he got the weed. He didn't take the money and buy the weed. I thought that's what he was doing. I was like, he's taking the money and buying the weed. But even if he did or whatever, I don't know what happened, but I think that he was like, oh, because he was always cool with me. After that lunch thing happened, that kid, that black guy was always like, he's always like, hey, Cronin or whatever. And like, it was really weird, like, because it seemed like he wanted to kill me, fight me, and take my shit. But he really just wanted a friend. He really just wanted a friend, guys. But seriously, that's all true, and it's funny to think about now. It's a really wacky story when you think about it. But yeah, that was probably the most intense shit that ever happened to me when I was younger, as far as kids and bullies and stuff go. But other than that, everybody else was great. People were awesome, nice football players. I was friends with everybody. It was really cool. Um, So much so that years ago somebody tried to beat me up, and I punched him, and then he said he was gonna come back, and people found out about it online or whatever in '04 or something. And dude, I had people hitting me up and showing up at my house like, where is he? Like, who the fuck said this? Like, people, I can't even believe it, man. The support I got from everybody, all different types of people in the school too. Like, if anybody ever heard somebody I was in a problem with anything, they would be like, you can't be, Dan's a good guy. Like, fuck that. Like, he's funny. Like, and he would never hurt anybody. Like, fuck that. But I mean, I never lost any fights. And when I played hockey, I got in a lot of fights because I was a dickhead. I play hockey like Marchand. Matt Hendricks dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you, Matt. What's up with the super chat, guys? If you guys want a super chat, I guess now's the time because we've got a few more minutes left. I'm gonna get out of here. It's fun doing this Q&A. Seriously, Joe, you have to watch Krypton. It's good, and if you want, I will gladly join you as a co-host for the Infinity War. Absolutely, Matt. Join us on Sunday. Sunday at 5 p.m. live. We're going to be talking about the Avengers' future and Infinity War shit. So, Matt, the Misfit, join us for sure. Everybody should join us. I hate the past. I don't know why that made me crack up. I don't even know who wrote that. I'm just scrolling through the comments, and somebody wrote, I hate the past, and that's fucking hilarious. Joe, I blocked you on Twitter, man. Why did I do that? Is it because you're a Patriots hater or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, Throwdown will be tonight at 10 p.m. I'll be doing Thursday night Throwdown tonight at 10. If you have topics or shit you want to talk about on Throwdown, send it to me on Patreon or send it to me on Twitter. Skyler White, what's up, Skyler? How you been, man? Shout out to everybody. Having a good time. Hit that like button down below. Give me that like. Stick the thumb in my ass. How about high school, huh? But that's why bullies are important. They kind of build you, you know? I mean, it would have been fucked up if that guy killed me. I legitimately think he might have, you know what I mean? Or really hurt me or something. A PUBG after Thursday Night Throwdown, perhaps. Perhaps, yeah. I love rich Jews. Yeah, well, a lot of them are rich. Yeah, that's true. Triple Gaming, what's up, Triple Gaming? Bullets are important, made me a better man. Oh, bullies are important, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't wait for Avengers podcast. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to talk about that on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. High school is a shit show now, and it is now, yeah. Middle school was fucked for me. That was middle school, actually. That was fucked up. Sanity's all right. I don't really love them that much. I don't get it. I don't really understand too much. I like Eric Young, and you know they're okay. I'm in the right situation. I'm not a big Sanity fan, though. Really, to be honest, I don't find it that crazy. And I do have to do my NXT reviews on Patreon, though. I know I said I was going to do that, so I gotta be doing that soon. He smokes a pack every day. Yeah, he does. Anything Goes podcast. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he was.
Hey, let me tell you, we're going to become the NXT World Heavyweight Champion.
Like that guy, it's almost like he's like, I'm so small, I need to get the Macho Man like voice.
Let me tell you.
He's got the Macho Man going. Killian Dane is the shit. I like Sanity, but it's just maybe I'm sick of hearing about him or something. I don't know. Like they're just everywhere. Like Sanity. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna come up to the main roster and it's probably gonna suck. I mean, just like everything else. We'll see what happens. I think if you're just gonna hate on me on Twitter, I probably just blocked you because of that. I assume, or just shit on me. I don't know. If you have a bias, I feel like I don't like it. The first Bruins Tampa game was the referees were fucked and the Bruins won anyway. The second one, the referees were fucked and they lost. I think the Bruins would have lost anyway. I think, by the way, to set it straight, I think the Bruins would have lost all the games for the most part anyway. So I don't think but it's enraging to watch what the referees are doing right now. They're very bad. Everybody knows it. The crowd even chanted fucking referees suck. I've never heard anybody chant that. That was fucking really weird. So if you don't understand that the referees are fucking the Bruins to a certain extent, we're not taking away from Tampa because I think going into this series, I would have said it's 50-50. I think either team could win, really. Like, Tampa's really good. The Bruins are really good. And sometimes when Tampa wants to, it seems like they beat the Bruins. But Bruins are capable of beating Tampa. So and the season series will tell you that too. So it's a toss-up, you know what I mean? I think they're both really good. And, Tampa's fucking great, man. They might go to the fucking Cup if I picked them to go if it wasn't the Bruins. So I'm picking the Bruins because I'm a homer, but the refereeing has been just abysmal, and there's no way around that. No matter who you are, if you're a Tampa fan, you should know the referees have been fucking the Bruins a little bit. But I think the Bruins lost fair in a way, not fair, but they could have still won, and they didn't. A good team will overcome the referees and win anyway. You know what I mean? Matt J. Hendricks, Red Dead comes out in October. I can't wait. Dude, I can't believe it's not till October. First of all, I can't believe it's not till October. Second of all, I don't even want to think about it because then the summer will fly by and then we'll be out. And that will suck. But hopefully by October, I can have a house. We'll have a place by October, so that'd be nice. Thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, the new Tomb Raider looks pretty good, yeah. I don't know, I just like the old shit, man. I like the old PlayStation game. I like the old Tomb Raider movie. I know everybody wants Indiana Jones needs to be female now. Indiana Jones needs to be female. Well, no, it doesn't, because Tomb Raider's female, you fucking idiots. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Leave Indiana Jones. He's Indiana Jones. He's a guy. Deal with it. He's a fucking guy. Deal with it, Hollywood, you feminazi cunts. Tomb Raider is a female. Lara Croft's a female. Do we need a male Tomb Raider? No. Shut up. Country's just ruined right now. I'm listening to Gavin telling his sister right now. It sounds like she did something bad. I want Half-Life 3, says Matt J. Hendricks. What's up, Matt? Thank you, dude, for all the super chats, too. But hey, we hit an even 60 super chats, guys. Cheers to you. Holy shit. 60! Oh, we just need 69! We need to get to 69 so I can stuff this up. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's going to be good, man. I'll be into Half-Life and Red Dead for sure. Nate Dogg, what's up, Nate Dogg? What's up, Christian? Guys, make sure you guys go back and watch this whole stream from the beginning if you just showed up, too, by the way. I mean, feel free to watch the whole thing. I thought it was pretty interesting. Call of Duty Black Ops Battle Royale, yep. It's Battle Royale's coming to everything, man. It's going to come to everything because it's the new thing. Remember when shooters was the new thing? Halo really launched shooters to be the new thing. And then everything was a shooter. And now it just feels like Battle Royale needs to be in Royale needs to be in everything. Oh, D Moon, thanks, man. Why doesn't it say it up top yet? It takes a few minutes to register. It still says 60 up there for me. But I see that D Moon has dropped $9.99. What's up, D Moon? Poor D Moon. Me and D Moon last night played PUBG, like both half asleep. Played 2 games. And we did pretty good. Let's see. Blake TV, what's up, man? Oh, I appreciate that. I wish I could I wish I could be president just to try to unite everybody better. I don't know if that would work. I'd probably hire a... You know, I don't want to cater to the whole, like, race thing. I wouldn't want to cater to it. You know, I'd want to hire the right person for the right job, but... I don't know, just to sort of bridge the gap of everything. Because... I know it's stupid, but most of us all love each other. We don't care, black or white. We're all just friends and fucking every race, and we have no problem, you know? Hispanic, whatever you are. Who gives a fuck, right? We're all humans. But, you know, because of that sort of racial tension that's come out because of the media, and with Obama being president and then going back to, like, Trump and, like, sort of people, whatever, I would probably try my best to hire a African-American vice president. And I'm serious, and it would literally be so I could, you know, we could be hugging each other on camera all the time and shaking each other's hands and talking about whatever, you know. And I think that I would probably try to do that. I know that sounds weird because normally you hire the right guy. It doesn't matter what color anybody is, whatever. But I would kind of do it because I think we need to transition a little bit, and then hopefully people like calm down a little bit. You know what I mean? I would cuck out for that. I certainly would cuck out for that. And then I would hire a bunch of people that disagree with me or that have like stronger opinions on either political party. That way I could hear all the opposite opinions and negative opinions. That way I'd get it from every side, like why people think a certain way, and then I would make my decision based off what I thought was right. I think that maybe a lot of people tend to hire yes men, and I don't think that's a good idea. And I don't think it's a good idea to fire people who don't agree with you all the time either. Yeah, keep telling me 90% of your ideas I don't fucking like them. 90% of your ideas I don't like them. But at least I'm thinking about it, and at least I'm hearing the idea, and maybe 10% I do like. So maybe I'll be like, oh, you know what? I think I might be wrong. You might be right about that. I didn't think about that. Let me fuck it. You won. I'll go with your idea on that. So it's important to take in all opinions everywhere, and I don't think people do that enough. Matt the Misfit, the Batman Arkham games are the shit outside of Origins. Yes. Those Arkham games were so good. Dude, the Batman series was so good that I still haven't beat almost anything. I haven't. I had no time. I was working really hard, and then I started YouTube while I was working, and those came out, and I bought a couple, and I would play Arkham, and I would, you know, I'd start playing, and I'd get quarter of the way through, and I'd be like, this game's fucking awesome. And then I would just get so busy, and I wouldn't get back to it. And to this day, I haven't gone back to any of them, and I haven't beaten any of them. I think there was like 3 of them that I'd bought, and I only completed 30 to 40% of them. Seriously, like, and I don't... Fucking idiot. Thank you, Matt the Misfit and D Moon. Now we're at 74. Me and JD are not cool. Last time I texted him to give him the heads up on somebody who was trolling him and gonna do something bad to him, he told me to go fuck off, so I don't think he likes me. Plus, he sent me a cease and desist from his lawyers, so I don't think he likes me. Now, I'm not trying to play innocent because, you know, I was a dick to him and he was a dick to me. But he's his own. He loves himself so much. I can say that. And if you ever heard this, you know it's true. You love yourself, bro. When I tried to reach out to you to help you, all you could talk about was yourself. When I tried to tell you that the same person had threatened me and my kids, all you talked about was yourself. You don't care about anybody. So whatever. But good for him. I'm cool with him in a way. Like I'm over it, man. I wish him the best. He's killing it. I think he's doing well. He's a great personality. I found out who he really is, and I think that irritated me, and I couldn't stop. And that's all I can say. I wish him the best. Rumors of a Superman-based Arkham game, and have you played Injustice 2? Yeah, Injustice 2, I did play it, and that was another game, Matt, that I just didn't get through, which it wasn't the game's fault because I thought, it was like an 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10 game. Pretty damn good game from what I played, and I just didn't beat it. Same thing with Skyrim. What did I get to level 26 or 32? I don't remember. I think it was 26, and that was it. Fallout, I only quarter of that game because working my 40-hour job and then doing YouTube, and then the kids, I just didn't do it. I'm way better with games now where it's like, oh, NHL, play a game, gotta go do something now. Madden, oh, gotta go do something now. PUBG, play a couple PUBG games, oh, gotta go do something now. But completing campaigns, it's not. I really can't do it anymore, almost ever. Maybe like, 10 years from now, my kids are all like, screw you, Dad, I'm going to the dance, whatever. What is it, 1950? I don't know. Well, whatever they do in 10 years, then maybe, I'll be back to playing campaigns again. Who's the most famous wrestler I know personally? I mean, I know Matt Hardy, but I mean, personally, I rarely talk to Matt, but I sort of texted him a couple weeks ago. I was sort of disappointed with what he's doing. And I didn't really say that because I didn't want to, but he said to me, like, hey, we're going to be doing some cool stuff this summer. And I was like, oh, cool. He's like, how's it looking or whatever? And I'm just like, eh. I don't really, I wish that they could do more with you. That's kind of what I said. And I'm sort of disappointed. I guess, I talked to Terry Reynolds for a long time. I was going to do a podcast with Terry Reynolds. And then I backed out at the last minute. And now she does it with, I don't know who she does it with now. Terry Reynolds does Cigars, Scars, and something Superstars. When me and Terry Reynolds were talking about doing the podcast with her, when she was talking about making her podcast and we were coming up with ideas, at the time it was going to be called, I think it was going to be called Raw and Real or something like that. We were talking about like Real Raw with Terry Reynolds, Joe Cronin co-host, and that's where we left off. And then I decided I couldn't do it, and so I didn't do the podcast with Terry Reynolds. But then I think when she in the next coming months, she renamed it Cigars, Scars, and Superstars, and does it with somebody else. So she's a pretty big name, I think. She's really nice. Matt the Misfit, I love the Fear series. I want WWE Survivor Series 2007, 2008 backwards compatible. Yeah, I wish everything would just go backwards compatible. Like, why not? Why not release the new system where like for $100 more, you get backwards compatible everything? I'd pay for it. We'd all pay for it. I bet. Who cared? As long as you tell me everything is backwards compatible, then I'd be on board with that. Why don't they do that shit? And yes, I'm in the boiler room. What's up? It's been the theme of the whole show. Is that you in the boiler room? Yes. $84, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Holy shit. Matt the Misfit's dropping tons. He's dropping it, man. Thank you, Matt. I'm gonna get out here in a minute, guys. So if I'm gonna put a 3-minute, maybe 5 minutes or less on the timer now. So try to, if you want to ask questions, I'll try to answer them. If you want to super chat, go for it. I'll be live at 10 p.m. tonight, maybe just after 10 slightly, with Thursday Night Throwdown right here on this channel. So we'll hang out tonight again and we'll talk about it. Matt, hey, what are friends for Joe? What are friends for Joe? What? What, Matt? Say that again and like type it a bunch because I don't get it. I should go live more often. I enjoy just hanging back. Yeah, who was that said that? Be me, what's up? Yeah, I do this I've been doing this almost every day. Trying to live stream with you guys and just talk to you face to face for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour, whatever I can do. I think Leah needs help with the kids upstairs at this point. What are friends for? Oh, yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, absolutely, man. And Matt, me and you, we really got to do a little bit more. Matt, you can talk forever. I know you've always got shit on your mind. You're just always talking about so many goddamn things. And that's why sometimes we can't even keep you on that long, because you'll just go for hours, man, and we can't move on because you're that good. So thank you. Thanks, Matt, for the... And you, goddamn, Matt, you've been here for 3 years? Matt, maybe longer? I don't remember. When does I may be going to take on Grim at Summer Sham or whatever the fuck he calls Summer Suck. I don't know. What is a boiler room? Awandi says. It's like the basement of a building, you know. What's up, Awandi? Yeah, SummerSlam 2013, Matt. I knew it was. I would say 3 years. It was longer. You've been here 5 years, Matt. Matt the Misfit's been here 5 fucking years. 5 years. How long you guys been listening to me? Think about it. 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Some of you guys a couple weeks, months. Matt the Misfit, you've been here fucking 5 years. A couple other people have been the same thing. Sucka Slam. Yeah, it's Sucka Slam. What's up, JP Walker? How you doing? D Moon. Watch out for Abyss. Is he gonna be here? Is the Abyss gonna be there? Is that Leah? Leah?
Yeah.
I'm literally wrapping up now. What's up?
Brian wants you to go upstairs and say goodnight, and also the YouTube on the fire thing signed out, so none of her videos are there, and I don't know how to sign it in.
Oh shit! I don't know how to do that either. It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Something with a code.
Oh fuck! Yeah, you have to go log on your phone and go like activate / whatever the numbers.
It's on your name, so it's all her videos are on your name, so you have to do it.
All right. Well, I'm coming up now anyway. I was literally just told people 3 minutes. So.
Right, don't forget to bring her up a cup of water.
What time is it?
8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I thought it was like fucking 6 o'clock.
No, it's 8.
Jeez, I'm gonna be live in like 2 hours. Why did I sit here all this time? What's up, guys?
I didn't know what you were doing either.
No, I'm doing I do these live vlogs every day. Everybody's cool. All right, I'll be right up. Well, there we go. Gotta go. I gotta go help my daughter. Her TV's not working right. Thank you guys for supporting all my shows, for hanging out with me today. I'll be back in a couple hours with Thursday Night Throwdown. And thanks for all this. Thank you guys for the super chats. You guys do so many super chats that I want to do. I have no problem doing this for an hour every day. Absolutely. I'm going to try to do this every day if I can. It certainly helps. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Patreon. I'm going to try to do a special long... well, I kind of do this on Patreon when I sit here and I just talk about Morning Madness stuff. I'm going to probably do an extra long one tonight because I didn't do one this morning. So that will be up. A couple clips will be coming up from Monetize This Past. And all that other shit. So thank you guys for the thumbs up. We're at 65. Give me a like if you can. Also, you guys can buy Kill Cliff. If you go to my Twitter account, it's on the top of my Twitter account, the links to buy Kill Cliff. Also, in my previous video where I talk about Out of Nowhere, where to watch it, or whatever, announcing Out of Nowhere on my JCS gaming channel, in the description boxes, the link to Kill Cliff should be there so you guys can buy Kill Cliff. Thank you to Kill Cliff for sending me this motherfucking can. And, well, the 4 cans they sent me. And telling you, I love this shit. and go buy it if you like. I get paid a couple bucks every time you buy one, so feel free to go try it out and grab some Kill Cliff. Amazon link is below. Just use my link and we'll be good. All right, now I'm gonna go eat a whole bottle of Flintstone vitamins, and then I'm gonna fuck Wilma. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys, I'll see you for Thursday Night Throwdown in about an hour. Holy fuck, my phone is like dying. It's like, stop streaming. I'm on fire right now. 69 likes. That's what I'm talking about.